Welcome to my backyard. Here is my garden from last year where I put organic soil and grew herbs and vegetables last year. And this year I'm going to be preparing to embark upon the Million Seeds project, making a bigger garden than ever before. And right now I want to do a little video for you on preparing the soil, getting the garden ready for planting. And as you can see here, I have some weeds that have volunteered in my garden, and I have some dead wood from last year that needs to be pulled out. So my first step is going to be to get these weeds out. And I'm using something that I call an arrowhead hoe. See, it's the shape of an arrowhead, and it's very sharp, and it works really well for getting right under those roots of those weeds. And then you just take the weed and throw it aside. Make sure you get all the roots and leave as much of the wonderful soil as you can. I spent all last summer getting the soil really rich and fertile, so I don't want to lose any of it. Now earlier today I pulled out tons more of these weeds. As you know, weeds can be very, very prolific and opportunistic, and with nothing else here, they've taken hold. So I probably got about 40 of these weeds out of this garden this morning. So there we go. Now we have a nice, clean place. The next thing we do is we want to just chop up any roots that are in the soil and make sure that nothing grows back that's not welcome. This guy is a nice little chopper, and you can actually step on it with your foot and rock it back and forth, and so that cuts through any big roots. So my next step is to add some soil amendments from my kitchen. This morning I took my coffee grounds for my coffee, I took my eggshells for my breakfast, then I took some old vegetables that I had frozen. They were in my freezer in Ziploc bags to either use to make veggie stock or to use to make mulch. And with this Vitamix blender that I have, which is a very powerful blender, the engine in it is like a lawnmower, it's very strong. I made a mulch soup. It's called wet mulch or liquid mulch. And I'm just going to pour this on the soil there. I'm going to try to dribble it around the rest of my garden bed that I cleared earlier. And if you're using a regular kitchen blender, you might want to chop your veggies really good. I actually put a whole banana peel in here, but only a Vitamix could handle that kind of heavy load. Now the next thing is I'm just going to mix it around a little bit, try to get it evenly distributed throughout my soil. Now because this is heavy in sugars, it's going to feed microbial life. This has got a lot of carbs in it, a lot of watercress. Let's see what else went into it. Broccoli stalk and other sorts of greens that were in my freezer. Mix this one up a little bit. And so my next step is I'm going to add some kefir, some fermented raw milk. And basically this has been out of the refrigerator for 24 hours. As you can hear, there's a sizzle when it opens because it's, look at that, the microbes are jumping to get out. So this kefir will make this soil very rich in bacteria, in good probiotic bacteria, pro-planting bacteria. And we've just put in what it likes to eat, which is lots of wet mulch. But just adding this to my potted plants last year, I got quite a bit more fertility. And I learned this from farmers. There's quite a trend in farming these days to spray milk on pastures to increase the fertility of a pasture. They spray the raw milk and all that good bacteria. Okay, there's another weed that needs to come out. Oh, here's a weed I missed. I wanted to show you that you can also use this tool if you got a weed in a hard to get to place where you can't use the hoe. You could use this flat cutting thing and just cut on both sides of it. And then you should be able to just pull it out by the roots pretty easy. See there? Okay. So that's how I get my garden ready for summer planting and make it good, rich, exciting, living soil so that the plants will be nourished and get lots of good stuff to eat. Thanks for joining me in my garden today.